So yeah, continuing on with all the due dates. So if you start the class in December, January, February, this would be your timeline of events. So February 28th, and then the final due date would be September 30th. So you'll see activity logs 8, 9, and 10, fitness test 3, all these types of things. So all the requirements for the course are all listed here. All the things that you need to do are listed on this page. Now, um, something I need to talk about is that once you pass one of these deadlines, so say you start in December and you weren't able to get maybe your first activity log done, but you got everything else done. What I do is I'll put in a 0 in for that assignment, but if you hand it in a couple weeks later, I'll give you full credit for it. Same thing goes for say April. If you if you miss a couple of assignments or whatever, I'm going to put zeros in for whatever you miss. Because if I get near the end and I don't put those zeros in, I'm not going to have an indication that you're going to fail the course. So it's just a way for me to kind of keep you on track and make sure you know kind of where you stand. It's not really fair to you thinking that you're getting 90% in the class, but you've only handed one thing in. Obviously, you're not going to pass the class if you've only handed one assignment in. So that's that. Also, I wanted to mention for the different entries. So this is a list of the winter entry. What you'll have is in N grade, you will have in brackets fall, winter, spring, or summer in brackets right in front of your last name. So that's going to indicate what list you should be going off of. Okay, so if you're in the fall list, then obviously you should be going off of the fall entry list. If you're in the spring entry list, you started March 1st, you should be going off this list. Okay, so just be aware of those lists because everybody's got a different due date list. All right, fitness testing, click on the overview. You'll see what's involved with fitness testing. Activity logs, click on activity log overview. You see what's involved with activity logs. Written assignments, click on that. It'll bring you right to the assignments. And lastly, discussion board. And if you click on that, that will show you what you need to do for your discussion board. So if you have any questions or concerns or you need to ask me anything, please feel free to email me. I'll be happy to go over anything you want. But I guess the next thing for you would be to organize an Illuminate session with me. So if you go back, you should see something like this, highlighted in green, Illuminate orientation session, and the date and the time. Please attend that because you actually can't start the course without it. And one last thing I wanted to talk about was activation. This is an important thing actually, and I'm glad I remembered. Activation is a term we use in online courses because um, we run differently, obviously. So the government's not going to release funding to us like they would if you went to, say, Glen Eagle. If you went to Glen Eagle, you had a spot, you're registered, the government's going to release money to fund the building, the teachers, the cleaning staff, all that stuff. For online, they want us to prove to the government wants us to prove to them that you're actually in our course. So we need a certain number of things um, to prove to them that you're in our course. So this is what we refer to as activation. Now, for activation, it's everything in the first lot of assignments. So all the stuff we need in order for you to be considered active in the course. If you do not become active in the course by that first due date, then you will be removed from the course, and we'll open that spot up to another student that wants to take the course. Okay, so it's very, very important that if you get this stuff done as quickly as possible, that just solidifies your position in the course. Okay, you won't be asked to move along to go somewhere else. Okay, and also there's a $100 deposit I believe you put down. As soon as you've completed that, all those assignments, you're guaranteed to get that money back. So thank you very much for listening to me, and yeah, again, if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to get in touch. Thank you very much. Bye bye.